we saw 10 gigarrays at Siggraph.
Every year, the world's best researchers, artists, engineers gather at Siggraph and show the world what's the latest with computer graphics. And yeah, a lot of great things started here or were first talked about in Siggraph. In 1986, James Kajia basically kind of invented computer graphics with the rendering equation. It was basically math, but this math actually gave computers a way to recreate how light behaves in the real world. Today, the idea is the reason for realistic lighting and the lighting we see in games and even VFX. In 1998, Pixar, yes, that same Pixar, presented subdivision surfaces for character animation. Instead of building every smooth surface by hand, artists could create a rough shape and let the software turn it into a detailed character. Something that once took ages and laborious work was now just easy and becoming a normal part of 3D software. Coming to 2026, Siggraph had some really interesting things on display. Now first up, we have path tracing. I know this has been talked about a lot, but hey, path tracing looks realistic, and the problem was that GPU can calculate only a limited number of light rays. That is why path tracing images look sometimes grainy, because the GPU has not calculated enough light rays. A new method called ReSTIR or ReSTIR takes a smarter approach. Instead of calculating every light from scratch, it keeps the useful ones and kind of reuses them. So the GPU does less repetitive work and the image comes more clean. Next up, a closer look at DLSS 5. Now, previous version mainly increased resolution, generated extra frames, and cleared up ray tracing images. DLSS 5 goes further. It uses AI to enhance lighting and materials while preserving the original 3D scene. And then there was cloth simulation. You've probably seen clipping of cloth getting stuck in a door or the 3D character model of the character itself. But that's because typically cloth was treated like a thin sheet. But a knitted sweater is made from thousands of different loops which stretch against each other. Researchers from the University of Utah built a system that simulates those individual yarns. अब इतना compute है तो कुछ कर लेते हैं ना उसका life. So instead of faking the knit with a texture, which has been the case all these years, artists can actually make realistic clothing, which looks really realistic and behaves realistically. One of the biggest projects featured this year was NVIDIA's MotionBricks. Now, game characters normally move using preset or pre-recorded animations. Walking, running, jumping, hopping, and picking up objects are already recorded, even the fight scenes, the sword fight or shooting the gun. That is why sometimes you'd notice that characters are behaving awkwardly to the world around them or just slide on the surface sometimes, slightly looking awkward. Now, MotionBricks changes this. Instead of selecting a stored animation, it generates the movement when it's needed. Cool. Of course, it has to be using AI since it's NVIDIA proposing this. Now, this was trained using more than 350,000 motion clips, which allows it to react to its environment and objects more naturally. NVIDIA even used the same model to animate a digital character and then control a Unitary G1 humanoid robot. Damn, son. Now the same system could actually move your character in that game or even in a movie much more realistically. Actually super pumped to see this happen. And then we have Cosmos Dreams from NVIDIA. Now what is Cosmos Dreams? मुझे भी नहीं पता, script पढ़ के बोलूँगा. Now Cosmos Dreams generates an entire environment from a single frame. In one demo, the driving simulator kept building the road, surroundings, and new situations around the moving vehicle, all on a single RTX 6000 Pro. Autonomous cars and robots cannot wait for every dangerous situation to actually happen before they react to it. They can't be trained to react. And finally, we have ZEUS.
ZEUS! Your son has returned.
It's from a startup called Bolt Graphics. And yes, you're guessing it right, it's actually a new kind of graphic card. Most modern GPUs were kind of built around rasterization. Ray tracing, path tracing, these were all additions later on. ZEUS starts from the opposite direction. Its entire architecture is designed primarily to cater to light paths and making that look more realistic. Basically, Bolt is trying to question how graphics architecture is designed in the first place. And they chose to showcase this at Siggraph, a conference where NVIDIA kind of controls the graphics conversation. So ZEUS is still under development, but it does seem exciting. But the real question is, will they really succeed, and will companies change the way they think about graphics? So 5 years from now, you might be seeing a movie or playing a game in which you see more realistic lighting, more realistic clothing. It all starts at Siggraph. Yeah, there are a lot of bright minds actually researching how computer graphics should look, behave, and feel. So yeah, super interesting. And since we love high performance compute, we just had to talk about it. So yeah, that was us talking about Siggraph. Peace. Have a great day. Thank you for watching.